Hey guys, it's your boy ZakkuRye, the Hokage. We chilling with Wolfgang. You know my boy looking fresh. Peek the drip check. You know he looking nice. Yes sir, certified man. If you guys don't know, Wolfgang, one of the top Street Fighter players, amazing Blanka player. You probably seen him on YouTube, killing people with the mix. So yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, what kind of got you into, Street Fighter? Your journey so far.
So I've kind of been really into like fighting games since I was 6-7 years old. The first fighting game was actually Tekken.
Okay.
Tekken 2, and people don't know this, I've been secretly, I'm actually like a really big Tekken fan. I've been playing Tekken.
What? Wolfgang plays Tekken? Okay.
But I only ever competed in Tag 2 and 7, right? Because that's when I didn't start like competing until like 2016.
Absolutely.
I came in the LCQ a little late. But growing up, I was a homebody, so I didn't have an arcade scene nearby, so I never really had a chance to know what fighting game community was.
Right.
It was just like I buy the games and I played them by myself.
Yeah.
I was only a child too.
Yeah.
And I was a pad player at that. So it was,
right.
It was a lot of, a lot of different experiences compared to your average player. But I got into Street Fighter kind of early in my life because I used to visit my Aunt Michelle in Maryland, and she had like a big giant flat screen TV. It was still the big CRT style.
Yeah, the big ones. Yeah.
And she had Street Fighter Alpha 2.
Ooh, and that's a good one.
Mortal Kombat 3 and Street Fighter the movie The Game.
Oh
damn! That game is crazy.
I gotta check that out. I didn't even know they had the Street Fighter movie The Game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's based on the old movie.
Yeah, that's one of Ron Convent. He played Guile. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they actually had a game based on those characters.
That's correct.
It was jank as hell. I was really intrigued by the character designs in Alpha 2. Like everybody was so cool. She had the gold version, so I was like, he had all the better arranged music.
Yeah.
Everything looked more flashy. I'm like, what is this game?
Right.
So I remember asking my uncle at the time. He knew I already had Tekken 2 at home, and I would go to my aunt's house in Maryland from DC to play Alpha 2.
Right.
So he got me both Tekken 3 and Alpha 3 on PlayStation 1 for Christmas.
Wow.
And I was just like, from then on, bro, I could just play Street Fighter at home, and I was just so invested in these characters and stuff. Yeah. I didn't even know about Third Strike outside of going to like random malls, and it would be like an arcade cabinet. Right. And I only had a chance to play for like 5 minutes before my mom said, "All right, bro, let's go back home." Right. So it's crazy. Like all these different spots in my life where I noticed or experienced Street Fighter, it was just core memories, and I didn't really take Street Fighter seriously until late Ultra Street Fighter 4. Right. Going into Street Fighter 5. That's why I really started competing.
Ooh, okay.
At that time, I just got out of high school, and I was a big fan of Sean. Right. Sean Matsuda. Right?
Okay.
And so when I found out that Laura, I saw the design of Laura, and I'm like, why does she remind me of somebody?
Yes.
And she's Brazilian. I'm like,
Brazilian.
She is Sean's sister. I'm playing her.
Right.
And they revealed that was this big sister.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely playing her.
Damn.
And I liked her for the first couple years, but I mean, like, I could tell that where I am now versus where I was before, I was definitely limited as a player. I had a lot to learn fundamental-wise. Right. And so when I got humbled a few times, I mean, I did okay in my first few tournaments, but like around 2017, I was like, man, I don't know if I can play this character anymore. And then they announced Blanka.
I was about to get into that. The transition of Blanka, very interesting.
Yes, it was the Street Fighter 5 arcade edition trailer. And I knew about Blanka because I had Alpha 3. Right. That's the only. I didn't know about Street Fighter 2 when I was a kid. So Alpha 3, I didn't know who Blanka was. But when I remember, like, Street Fighter 4, I knew he was at that point. But I didn't like the style. I was on pad, so I didn't know how to do pianos yet. Right? So I couldn't do like electric or 100-hand slap, again hands. So I stayed away from those characters. But then when they announced Blanka, I'm like, I think I can learn this. I think I can do good. And something about him, the way he looked, he just looked so cool. He looked different. I'm like, something about how he looks. I gotta play him. He's his height. And I don't know how it happened, but no one else was trying to play the character. I saw the vision in the character. He just kept getting buffed over the years, and I just stuck with him. Like, damn. I'm not like a character loyalist. I just play what I know I like, and if they're good, I'll keep playing.
You keep playing them.
I got lucky with Blanka in 6.
Wow.
So he's still strong, and I'm just gonna keep playing them until, and obviously I'll play other characters if I like them too, but why drop a strong character?
Why drop a strong character?
I just got lucky.
Damn, okay, cool. So your journey so far in the LCQ, you got out, what, 24th you said?
I believe. I got to check the results again, but I'm pretty sure I was one match away from top 16 loser side.
Ah, one match away top 16. Damn.
Yeah,
Anything
I ran into Misa twice. That match was crazy because I didn't feel lost in it. I could just tell, okay, he's beating on this, he's beating on that. And I read him on a couple of situations too.
Yeah.
It was basically back and forth.
Yeah.
A couple rounds looked like a wash. A couple rounds looked like, no, I can keep up. My biggest problem as a player though is that, and I'm aware of this.
Okay.
It takes a while for me to warm up. Right? Ooh. Not even just a casual, but also just like being in that mode. Like, all right, let's do this, right? Like, I can do this, right? Motivation isn't gone. It just takes a while to start. It's kind of like trying to start up an old car.
Yeah.
Even though I'm 28 years old. Like,
yeah. It's still young, man. Don't worry about it. It's still young.
Yeah. It's just that like it's just the way I am. Like I know if I'm in that mode where it's like ain't nobody stopping me, I can beat anybody. But I think I was halfway there.
Damn.
So like when I'm in that halfway zone, it takes me a minute to like, you know, get a read on a player or be in that mode. And people kind of noticed too on the second match when I played Mizuha. They were like, oh, now he's Wolfgang.
Now he's
ready
Wolf.
now, right?
Right.
But at that point, it was too late.
It was too late.
Yeah, it was too many calls where I made the wrong call. I'm like, all right, you know what? I played my best. That's what matters.
Yeah.
You know, hey, those were the only two matches I played either. And when I was in loser side, I beat LPN.
Nice.
Gamer beat 2-0.
Okay, talk.
I beat Ultraviolet.
Okay,
so
shout out
like,
Ultraviolet. Yep, that's my boy.
People don't really see those matches, so it's like I had this conversation with a couple of homies of mine last night, where it's like people only see what they see on stream, and that's how they see you as a player. That's why, like,
damn, that's heavy. That's heavy what you just said.
Yeah,
that's heavy.
It sucks when you don't have that perspective of what goes on outside of stream, even if they're still playing, which is why recording your matches is really important. It's really optimal to do that. I didn't have that opportunity because most of my homies were busy, they were playing their matches, so no one could record. I don't regret it. You know, I'm happy that I came out. I'm happy that I'm able to hang out with my homies again.
Absolutely.
You know, and I'm glad I this is what I miss. I miss the offline experience.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's the biggest thing that can humble anybody.
Yeah.
All that online stuff that goes on, it gets really old really fast.
It does.
Tiring, it gets repetitive.
Yeah.
I'd rather if I could throw it all the way just to like be amongst this as much as I can.
Right.
You know, do the finances being the way they are and the economy being the way it is.
Yeah.
If I could do more of this, I don't care about any platform. I just want to hang out with like-minded people.
Like-minded people.
In a community, because it's a community.
It is. And so what would you say is the end goal for you?
My end goal?
From Wolfgang, your end goal.
Oh,
in
my
Street
end
Fighter.
goal?
Yeah. Where you can look back and be like, you know what? I'm good.
I think there's a lot more that I can, like, as a competitor, it's hard to be like, oh, I'm hanging up the gloves.
Yeah.
There's always more you can learn. It's never ending. It's a never ending journey. There's no, like, I'm finished unless you feel like you've won or you can win or whatever, right? People look at like achievements like that. I look at it as I'm just trying to be the better me.
Trying to be the better you.
There's no end to that until it's literally the end.
Right.
So, like,
best version of yourself. I like that.
I have other things that I do. Like I'm an artist.
Yeah.
I'm a musician.
Okay.
You know, that's my background before fighting games or before competitive fighting games. That's what I was about. You know?
Nice.
I wanted to express myself in different ways.
Right.
So it's funny when people bring it up all the time. You're a player, but your video editing skills are good. You're a great artist. You make beats. Like, I'm like, yeah, man. I'm just being me. Like, I'm not trying to be extra for anybody. I'm just being myself.
Be yourself.
If that's what I'm capable of doing, then I'm gonna just do it.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm just blessed to be in this position that I'm at. You know, like it's just, you know, I wouldn't give it up for anything.
Nice.
Like, I don't care if somebody was like, oh, well, I'm trying to sponsor you, but you got to take Street Fighter 100% of the time. Like, if the money would change my life,
yeah,
maybe. And then like I'll give them that amount of time that we have on a contract or whatever. Invest, save, and then really accomplish what I want to do.
Right.
I'm not going to deny the opportunity, but if it's at the expense of not having fun with it, I wouldn't do it.
Damn.
I don't care how much. Like
that's deep, man.
This value
that's deep.
Of being around people and having fun and memories is way more valuable.
Wow.
I could get a job if I could get a bigger or like apply to a whole bunch of jobs if money was the thing.
If money was the thing.
But it's more so of just like, you know, again, finances get in the way and stuff like that, but just having the opportunity to be here, like I'm lucky that I live just an hour away from this, you know, from this event.
From this event, right?
So I took the chance to be like, yeah, I'm gonna come out. Why not? You know, these my homies. Whatever. Traveling everywhere, it's like you gotta make time for that. You gotta really invest in it. Unless you're sponsored, it's like, what's the point? So that's why my motivation to be like, I'm gonna just go hard on competing is like, I'm not trying to be in that online space all the time.
Yeah.
I got other things that I want to do.
Right. Other priorities thing.
I'm not going anywhere though. You know? I can always come back. I can always just tear up if I need to. You see it here. I'm still not out of it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I'd rather. I said on Twitter. I was like, bro, I run Sesame Street all day. We can run a first to death. I don't care.
First to death. Hey, me too. Mizo took me out too. This is my first opponent. So yeah, absolutely. Any advice for those players that feel like maybe they plateaued or they hit like a roadblock? Any advice for that?
Never feel like you're. How should I say this? Never feel like your most recent loss is what defines you as a player, because it doesn't.
I like that. I like that. That was good.
You don't want to use your win-loss ratio as a factor of what you can and can't do or can never do or whatever. There's always a chance to better yourself in anything.
Absolutely.
So as long as you keep that mentality on you and you're willing to like be around like-minded people that's want to help you, that's what matters the most. You never want to just like write it off, oh, I'll never be good. I have so many people in my circle that's like, oh, I'll never be good. It's like, bro, you can. You just gotta want to.
Yeah, just want to.
No one's gonna hold your hand. I mean, people will help you, but no one's gonna hold your hand to press the buttons and make the right calls. You gotta be willing to want to do that. To be consistent. You know, I'm working on that myself. I'm working on my consistency.
Right.
I'm still not where I want to be at in this game yet.
Yeah.
But I'm not deterred. I know I can do it.
Absolutely.
No one's doubting that I can do it.
Right.
And anyone that is doubting me, I don't talk to them. So, you know.
Hey, he just dropped a gem right there, guys. That's really. Let's jump into Street Fighter. Do you feel like any mechanics are too strong right now? Okay, how do you feel about the current state of Street Fighter 6? I'll say that.
The only thing I think they should change is the driver pursuit. They
Okay.
should make it at least 2 frames faster.
Ooh,
I feel like people will be more inclined to want to use that mechanic.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of times where you could block a medium, or you could block like a certain like even heavy attack sometimes, and your drive reversal is just too slow. Yeah. Like low forward drive rush into crouch jab is so strong because it's damn near really. You have to, when you see the low forward, you can barely delay drive reversal unless they committed to a different gap. Like if they do medium to medium, or medium to special move, your drive reversal will work. But if they do low forward into like jab and you delay drive reversal, you're punishable.
You're gonna get punished -8,
and that's the strongest tool in the game right now. Low forward into a 4-frame button is a true block string. So if you try to DP through the gap, it's safe. And they're still plus in your face. You gotta guess.
Oh shit! I didn't even know that.
Too good.
My man dropped his. My man dropped his tech.
So,
okay.
I really do think they can make driver reversal at least to like 2 frames faster. I think I don't know if driver should really be looked at too heavily. I think that
a lot of players are actually complaining about drive rush, but it's true to see that you kind of have a different taste on it.
The thing about it is a lot of these mechanics are interchangeable. Like you have parry, you have drive rush in itself. If you have a reversal, and I know some characters don't have a true reversal, but you still have parry, right? Like some people are saying, oh, in neutral, right? Like in poke range, or like if you study a character's drive rush speed, right? How long it takes for them to cruise up and throw you is checkable by a button. Because the throw won't reach you. They're not gonna. The throw doesn't get the forward momentum.
Right.
The button does. So they have to let the drivers rock more, which means you have more time to check. Right. So worrying about them doing driver's throw to beat your parry option only is a problem if you're parrying too much.
I see what
you can't be as how you say predictable with it. And I think players aren't like, they got to understand how the meta is. Like people call it random because you're forced to cycle certain options in neutral. Right. People said the same thing in 5. People said the same thing in 4. You know, like it really is a matter of probability of what they're most likely to go for based on what's going on in the match. If they see you parrying and flinching a lot, they're gonna start doing more throws. Right. It's inevitable. Right. There was one time when Mizo, I did dive kick and he tried to do the parry shit. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna walk up, throw you because I know what you about. Like, relax. Like, you know, people don't want to make that kind of call. They think it's risky.
Adapting, absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So, as far as drive rush is concerned, if you know the speed and the range of where they can do certain things,
right,
parry is stronger. Because now they're going to hesitate. Do I actually throw them because I think they're going to parry?
Yeah.
And then that's when you switch it up with a button.
Right.
You actually check them. I don't really understand the idea behind extended hurt boxes on crouching lights. It's like a fat extended hurt box if you're doing a crouching button across. That's homogeneous throughout the entire cast.
Oh shit! I didn't even know that.
And I think people are inclined to be like, oh, if I'm crouch blocking and using my fastest button, that's the safest option against drive rush, right? It's like, no, it's not, because your hurt box.
Because your hurt box is extended, you get clipped.
You actually, people say, oh, I'm getting stuffed by this button. It's not because you're not pressing fast enough. It's because your fat hurt box is in front of you.
That's crazy.
So you get hit first.
I didn't even know that. Yo, okay, Wolf dropping some knowledge.
There's another reason why they have that. There's another reason why that I can't understand, but I'm not dissing, as to why that's homogenous. There has to be a specific reason as to why everybody's crouching lights have extended hurt boxes. So
okay, maybe we'll take a look into that.
So people have lately been looking at other options for checking drive rush, whether it's certain faster mediums or heavies.
Right.
If you have a 6-frame medium with a really good disjointed hitbox, that's probably your best bet. Like Luke crouch medium punch. Most crouch medium punches are like that. Most crouch medium punches are disjointed. But
yeah, I think Ryu has one too.
Some have different speeds, right?
Yeah.
So you have like Luke crouch medium punch, JP crouch medium punch, Kimberly's crouch medium punch, Juri's crouch medium punch. Those are like the go-to checks, right, in neutral. And then it's cancelable, most of them. So you can like buffer into drive rush or whatever. You could do your own counter into drive rush. But some other characters have used unconventional tools. Like Blanka has stand heavy kick, 7-frame startup.
Oh
and
shit!
A big wall in front of him.
Right.
He gets an unconventional combo off of that if he reacts. But overall, I think the only thing they should probably look at is drive reversal.
Okay.
Honestly. I think it's too early to be like, oh, everything needs to be changed.
Everything needs to be,
because otherwise it's a different game.
It's a different game.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And if one character have to go, Street Fighter 6.
If one character had to go,
it's between me and you. Don't worry about it. Nobody gonna give. One character gotta go.
If one character had to go. Oh man.
Like Street Fighter 6 about to come out, and they're like, "Hey, Wolfgang, we thinking about getting rid of one character." Like,
I'm gonna be honest. I think JP. I can't even.
Bro, JP catching all the strays, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I'm trying to think about it. I was like, why am I overthinking it?
JP.
Why does this character have advantage on zoning everywhere on the screen, whether he's cornered, whether it's mid-screen, whether it's full screen?
Absolutely.
And he has some of the dumbest set play. And his neutral is dumb because most, if not all, his buttons are no hurt box, just disjointed. Right? If the risk on him is, oh, you need to jump, he lacks mobility.
Yeah.
You need to jump on him.
Yeah.
It's like, I know y'all see that
crouching fierce
for a heavy kick, and like, nah, it's like, relax, bro. Like, I don't want to hit it.
Bro.
It's actually, he has air throw. I'm like, why does he have an air throw?
Oh my god, I forgot about that, dude. Yeah, I forgot he has an air throw. Yeah.
Why is this SA2 mid overhead, low overhead? Who thought about that?
I don't know, bro. Somebody was mad in Capcom's office, bro.
Bro, I mean, it was obvious. They just wanted a very dumb boss character.
Yeah.
To be a boss character for once.
Right.
And smoke. They threw that in. That was the monkey. That was the monkey wrench they threw in to like get people riled up. They had to, it couldn't have just been Luke. They had to do somebody bigger. It couldn't have just been Ken. They had to do somebody else.
Damn, that's fire.
Yeah, I think JP. I know there's other strong characters and they're dumb. Like we have Chun, we have modern Chun, we have Luke, we have modern Luke, we have Ken, we have DJ.
Yep.
Understandably so that I get why people will say those characters, but JP does not make sense to me. I tolerate it because that's the game we play.
Right.
And I'd rather adapt and get better. But on God, they need to get rid of that character. That's what I'm saying.
Cool, man. Both
legs, just I get him out of here.
All right, y'all heard it here. Wolfgang, JP gotta go. But appreciate you, man. Where can people follow you, man?
So you can follow me on Wolfgang XO on Twitter.
Yep.
On Twitch, you have Wolfgang XO _. I usually stream Street Fighter. People don't know, I also am a VTuber. So most of the time
VTuber? Okay. Hey man, you already see the drip.
I'm thinking about getting on camera again though.
Okay.
I gotta go through a bit of a move soon, but like after that I'll reconsider like switching on my area for like streaming like with more camera involved.
Yeah.
Rather than VTuber all the time. That's mostly been like my branding. But I'm more than willing to branch out and do other things.
Absolutely.
But yeah, Twitter is Wolfgang XO.
Yep.
Twitch is Wolfgang XO _.
Gotcha. All right, I'll have that on the screen for you guys, man. Any final words? Anything you want to say before we close out?
Street Fighter 6 is a really good game. You should play it.
There it is. Hey, man, appreciate you, Wolf.
No problem, man.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, that's going to do it. Peace.